I gained like 10 pounds probably within that first month, and I realized I had to get a grip. So I'm vegan, and I just decided to start doing more juices. So we've been juicing pretty much every day since June. So I do like a couple days worth for my husband and I. So doing a lot more juicing, a lot more raw eating. And so I feel a whole lot better, not just physically, but mentally, since I've been doing that consistently. And then yoga, of course, there's yoga every day. I do yin yoga.
Where do you practice?
I practice at home now, but I'm teaching on Wednesday evenings live at the ranch in Houston.
Ooh.
And, yeah, Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. So if anybody wants to come, please let me know. I just started doing that.
How do they let you know?
By going to my Instagram and just send me a message. So we can connect, or just follow me, but let me know who you are, and I'll follow you back. But on Instagram, and then our Shade Yoga, which is owned by the people who own the ranch. They have a 90-day challenge that started on the 6th, and so it's 90 days of yoga, meditation, everything, all the things. And you can sign up for that for free. And so I'm teaching there on Mondays, I think twice a week. I'm not sure the other day, but every Monday at 6:30 a.m. And then the second class is, I guess, different times during that time. So that's the only teaching I'm really doing now, other than workshops. So I just did a yin workshop, and I'm doing a chakra workshop.
You taught it or you took it?
I taught it. I taught the yin class, and then I'm doing a workshop this month. It's supposed to be this month. I haven't set the date yet because there's so many things. The yoga project is coming up. So I'm teaching there on the 23rd. And so I haven't set the date for the workshop. So I'm going to do a CET on chakras, and I'm doing one on energy, just on the subtle body, the energy body. And then another yin workshop. And that's it. So that's what I've been doing, slowing down and just really honing in. Slowing my practice down. I love a power flow class any day, but for myself, for my sanity, yin is the way to go.
I love me some yin. And your classes, I used to have some breakthroughs in your classes. Yes, it was something else. Some real deep level connection. Like, think about something I ain't thought about in years, have a whole experience with it.
Yeah, I had a girl this last time. The last workshop I did was a chakra aligned yin class. And she was, at the end, she was like, man, her mom passed. She's like, there's so many things I haven't dealt with, until now. Like, things just came up for her in the class. And she, broke down in the class, which is normal. It happens. And which is a beautiful thing. And so that's one of the things I love about it, and love teaching and love sharing. That's how I do my energy healing.
I'm curious, if you had been aware that was going to happen, if somebody told you that you were going to have all these breakthroughs and you might cry, would you have ever started yoga?
I think I would have, just because I had so much, when you empath, you take on your stuff and everybody else's. And I think I did that for years without knowing what was happening. Mm-hmm. And so I'm really emotional. Like, it doesn't take a lot for me to start crying, right? And especially if somebody near me is going through some stuff, like, I can feel it, like what's going on here? And so I think if I had known, I probably would have run to it. Like, yes, I need this. Because I've always known I needed some way to release the pressure, but I didn't know how. And so once I took my first yin class in, I think it was 2015, I did it in training. In 2015, like, that was it. Like, it just opened, it just changed my whole practice.
Absolutely. Me too. Because before that, I was a chaturanga girl. I do me stuff. You ain't going to tell me put my knees down. That was my old life, though. I pushed through everything. Like, that was how I operated.
Yes. So, yeah. So it's life changing. And so that's what, my thing is, my message is. That's what I try to share with everybody that I can. And yeah, sometimes it's okay to slow down and put your knees down and grab 2 blocks.
Mm-hmm. You might enjoy it more when you grab 2 blocks. That's my thing. Is that it's like, you know, it's not something that inhibits me. It enhances.
Yes.
So
And I used to work on pigeon pose, right? And the end is called swan. But I did pigeon forever with my heel in towards my groin, right? Because that's the easiest way to get into it. If you're not really open in your, T-band, your hamstrings, then that typically where your heel would be drawn towards your body. But it wasn't until again where I started backwards that I was able to make my shin parallel to the front. And I did that within the first 30 days. And I had been doing it the other way for years.
Wow.
10 years. And it just makes a difference when you slow down and really connect with your body and listen to your body and move a core.
I don't know what just happened, but it sounded like you might have lost audio. You there? Oh. Okay. I love to slow down. That's been a major shift for me. And it's really allowed me to step into just being me. Because I feel that, what I was doing, and my teacher, Roger Rippey, he used to say this all the time. The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And so, to be forcing, pushing, and ignoring a resistance and doing that over and over, I was doing that in my relationships, and I was doing that in my eating habits. And, there's so much of that was related.
Oh yeah, like you said, it's funny you say Roger. I always say Alvina. The way you do anything is the way you do everything.
I haven't heard her say that. I heard maybe it was in this particular training. He was saying it so much that everybody said it in the training, but I just feel like I heard him say it the most often.
Yeah, that is stuck with me. Like I live by that, and my husband hates when I say it.
I don't say it. I will. It's so funny that I have Carlton like practicing yoga sometimes that he don't even realize. So he has this thing about eating donuts, which I think is funny because he's a cop, and it's like, well, way to be stereotyped, honey. And right. So his body doesn't like it. Every time he eats it, his stomach hurt, like physically, like pains him. And he thought it was like because I fed him some healthy food, which what he was about to say, because he's, the only time he eats really healthy is with me. Or he stopped eating fast food because he would notice this. But this is what I would say. I will rub his stomach because it hurts and he's feeling pain. And then I'll be like, what did you eat, honey? Or why do you think your stomach hurts? And he'll have that like look on his face of remembering that he had that donut. It's so funny. And I just go along with it. I'm like, oh, yeah, you sure did have that donut. I saw the Dunkin' trash you had going. Or Shipley's or whoever. I don't know. I feel like when you're in that life, you have your preferred donut maker.
Right. Yes.
I know I did. I had a favorite everything.
Well, there's a vegan donut place in the Heights. If you ever just need a donut fix.
I'm a cake donut type of person. So
I like a cake donut. That's consistency.
Okay, I have to call them and see if it's gluten free.
Okay, that I don't know because I never checked for gluten. But yes, so you got to. Yeah, they're really good. I hope they are because they're so good. Try it.
Yes. Okay, cool. You know what? I need to see you. I haven't seen you. When are you teaching isn't it cold at the ranch?
Well, she put in this whole, like she has this whole thing, like it's heated. There are like these huge heaters everywhere. It's really nice.
What?
And so it's warm where it's outside, but it's covered. Part of it is covered, and then there are these heaters everywhere. So they put a lot of money into making the space usable for the winter.
That's smart.
So, yeah, but we can hook up anytime, whenever. You can just come over.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and I need to get you in the training. What are you wanting to teach? What is your favorite thing?
My favorite thing, I've been teaching this for trainings for a minute now, energy, like the subtle body, like that's my thing. So either, like I have one training coming up and she wants me to do chakras. And so chakras and the energy body, but there's so much more to the subtle body than just the chakras.
Can I have you teach the chakras in the 200 hour?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. I'll talk to you about the schedule because I have,
Okay.
I'm like, if I want to be paying people, I'll need to pay the amazing Black excellent teachers that I know who are around me. So,
Thank you.
So yes. And I have a book that I wrote about that. And so they'll have that as one of their books and they'll be reading from. So that gives like a starting place. And then you can put whatever additional information in PowerPoint and anything like that. Have them do whatever different exercises. Like I even like color bathing. I don't know if you're into that, but I like to color bathe.
Yeah. So we could do that.
Okay, cool. I will let you know the dates and then you can confirm with me.
Okay. That works.
Yay, I'm so excited.
Me too. I'm always excited to share all things yoga.
Right. How many hours do you have now? Like 10,000 students?
I don't even know, but I am ERY to 500. And I just need to do some more trainings. I was hoping to go to Canada, but the world closed down on me. But I was trying to go sit under Bernie Clark for a minute in June. And yeah, so last June. So I don't know if it's going to happen this year or not. He's doing a virtual thing, but I really want to be in the space. So I'm going to wait and see if things open back up or what they do. But yeah.
I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah, he's in Canada, and the training was like $1,000.
How do you spell his name?
Pay to get there. Bernie, Bernie Clark.
Does he teach in yoga? I mean, in yoga, in French?
No, it's in English.
Oh, okay. Oh, my phone's in French, so sometimes it gives me, and I just like, my heart was like, what? In French?
That would have been perfect for you. I'd have to take you with me. Like, what do you say?
That's cool.
Yes, English.
So when are you going to teach a yin training?
You said, when am I teaching again or doing a training or teaching?
Teaching a yin training.
It was supposed to be this month, but with everything else happening, I haven't been able to set any dates. So,
can I set some dates with you?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, I need a yin training for my 300 hour.
Oh, cool, perfect.
Okay, so I have June to December. If we could do the second, let's see, what is the day? Okay, so Saturday we have our social media training. So if you could do either Thursday or Friday from 5 to 9 p.m. or a Sunday from 8 a.m. to noon.
I would actually probably rather do the Sunday 8 training only because yin is so much better in the morning than evening, even though it's great all times. But there's a difference in your body when you do it. So it would be really cool to teach it in the morning when they're not warmed up and, Sunday would probably be better. Fridays are good, but I think if we're going to do it, Sunday would be, that would be a really good time to do it in the morning.
Okay, cool. So let me tell you what I'm building. I'm building a trainer program. So technically it's a 300 hour. Well, you get a 300 hour certification because it is built in with that application as far as the Yoga Alliance goes. However, it's more like 1,000-hour training, because you're going to get a 500-hour, you're going to assist multiple 200 hours, and then you're going to have a certain number of core requirements and such to complete the 1,000-hour training. And so in that, you will also, like I said, meet the Yoga Alliance, the 300-hour. And it's subscription style. And so people will come and they'll have one class a week with you, and they'll get homework that helps them to, they need to practice a certain amount, teach a certain amount, read a certain amount, do all of those things, and then come back to you the next week with those things completed.
Okay.
So it would be every Sunday that's not a holiday from 8 a.m. to noon.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So I will get with you on the specificals. Oh man, I like to interview all of the people in the training, because we're very selective about our tribe. And one of the things one of the trainees said is that she watched all the YouTube videos, and she felt like I was very playful and also knowledgeable. So she loved that. And she was just saying that, it was refreshing.
That is you, definitely. That is you.
And I just had to sit back, because I like to see, you can only see yourself from so much, so far away. It's like you're looking through your own eyes. So to hear her say that, I was like, okay, I received that.
That is you. That is.
I love it. Okay, I'm super excited. So I have that written in my notebook, and I will get you on the master calendar, and we'll get all the things.
All right.
I'm so excited.
I know, me too.
Yin is so needed. So all I need to do now is get me a kids yoga teacher, and then we have a 200-hour coming up. So we're getting assistance in that program, and my thing is that, and I learned this teaching yoga, how someone said earlier, is that when I first started, I was teaching so much because I thought, not only do I need to replace my income, but I also, want to serve and feel like this is needed. However, the way my body works, kind of like that comedian that said, the way my bank account's set up.
I think a lot of us did that. We just did the most.
Mm-hmm. And it's not sustainable.
It's not at all. You see how many, when I was teaching hot class, you see how many hot classes I was teaching. Like that I don't even know how I did that at all.
I looked up and I was teaching like 15 classes a week.
Oh my God.
Well, and one day I had like 3 classes. Mm-hmm. But I think, that's the way the studio system has really influenced the yoga community, is because, they have these hours to fill and they need teachers, and they aren't really getting a lot of variety. I feel like it's unfortunate. Like, I like trying different teachers all the time, but if you have, only 7 or 3 teachers and they're teaching everything, then people aren't getting a well-rounded experience. I feel like you need a little of all of those energies.
Yeah, you do. Everybody has a different style. You may need something from one teacher one day and then something from another teacher another day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I don't even check the schedule at the studio I go to. If it's at a certain time where I can go, I know they have classes at certain times, I just show up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the old me, I needed to know who the teacher was. I need to read her bio. I needed to have heard good things about them.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, you need variety because you just don't know. You really don't know, and it's good to get out there and and if you get to a class and you don't like the teacher, well, then that's your yoga for that day. That's
exactly.
How do I, make it through this class without my, a negative attitude or negative energy getting in the way of my practice. Like, how do I do it? And that's your challenge.
Mm-hmm.
That is your work.
I love that. And really, there's always a challenge to be had. I know I'm the type of person that always needed a goal. After I graduated from Rice, I was a little bit depressed. I mean, before that, oh, you got to graduate kindergarten, and oh, you got to graduate 5th grade, and oh, you got to graduate 8th grade. Oh, you got to graduate from college or top 5% in your class, top 10%, whatever. Oh, you got to get into a good university. Like, there was all these goals. And then I graduated from Rice, and people, make a whole big deal about how it's this and it's that. But still, at the end of the day, it was a goal. I accomplished it. And then I was just like, what's my next goal?
Right. And it was a big thing. I will have to say, I was so proud of you.
Thank you.
This is off the yoga subject, but I think I told you that before, that the first time I ever had crawfish, like out of the actual show, was what your daddy made at the graduation party. Like literally. Yes.
That's funny. I love me some crawfish. I can open them things so quick. You know what? I eat seafood, and I still eat meat sometimes, but I love it. I just listen to what my body says. When my body says no meat, I don't eat meat. When my body says, give me a steak, then I eat steak. See, I'm also type O blood, and so I digest beef really well. And so, like, I definitely get that, and I'm like, yeah, it's that time.
That caveman comes out.
I do have some caveman in my bloodline. I do. There was the Europeans that came over in Louisiana Purchase. Mm-hmm. And so the Spaniards and the Frenchmen, they definitely in there. I feel them when I don't eat meat for a really long time. I feel them come up.
You gotta honor your body.
Yeah. And I feel like that's something that is needed in our community. There are people out there who guilt other people for eating meat or for doing this or that or whatever. And I've never been on that train of guilting people. I don't like to talk to people who are guilt trippers. It's not a thing.
I don't even encourage people to eat the way I eat. I mean, other than my family, of course. But I don't. Unless it comes up or we're talking about something around that, I don't really say.
I feel like that's important though, because if somebody is curious about what you're eating, your lifestyle, and oh wow, you look so healthy, what are you doing? Or oh wow, you look so good. Like, that's all my family can say about me, because they saw me and how bad it was when I was sick. And they saw me struggling, and now I'm a completely different person. And they can see it. Like, no one's worried about me not being on my meds. Like, I'm healthier now than I ever have been.
Right. Yeah. And I share when it's necessary.
Right.
Never pushing, never like, you should do this and you need to do that.
Right.
And it's a choice, individual choice. And you don't want to scare people away from it. Like, no, So I try not to be a fanatic.
So you don't want to be a fanatic. Okay.
I don't want to scare people away.
But see, when I host events though, they know if they coming to eat over here, anything I'm cooking is healthy. So how I did that and balanced it out is I will have everybody bring me one dish. And they laughed at me when I first married into the family, and I was like, okay, I'll host such and such event. And I was like, okay, sister, you bring this. Okay, brother, you bring this. And they're like, we always bringing something when you host. And I was like, yeah, because I work full, like come on now. This is a group effort. Exactly. Like, come on now. I don't even like the energy of one person doing all the work. You think about how many meals, how many groceries they had to get. They had to slave over the kitchen for hours. And then, they got to do the dishes too. Oh, no. Mm-mm. Not happening. Y'all gonna each bring one or two things, and we gonna call it a day. Okay, cool. So I just did the calculations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 Sundays. So that would be 24 hours, credit hours for the yen training. I like that. That's a good number.
Yeah.
Great. All right. I'm excited. I am like, okay, so one of the things that I've been working on is that, and this is where I was going with that long ass story I told before, is that I cannot keep doing the things that I've done in the past and expecting different results. I saw the need for yoga in the world, and so I tried to teach as many classes as possible, and I'm no longer living that life. I now believe wholeheartedly in showing up and sharing space, knowledge, money, revenue, resources, all of those things with people who are ready to show up in the world, people who are ready to share their gifts of healing. And so that's why it's important for me to like put you on the schedule like right now that I'm thinking about it before it even, another moment goes by. Because, all of our trainers are melanin blessed, and that's important. And all of our trainers have the same kind heart that you have. The position of being a student and being a teacher at the same time. Like those things are important in our culture. And that's why we've come together in these mastermind groups. So yes, I love it. Yes. I remember when you came to the retreat that we did and you were like, oh, whoa, what's this? And I felt like I hadn't given you enough information because I was feeling overwhelmed by trying to do so many things myself. So I ain't about that life no more. Now no another moment.
Everything was great. The whole trip was great. Even the afternoon, like the whole stay another 5 days worth of after.
Yes, we missed our flight home. I don't know if I ever told you, but then we had made a detour. We ended up going to London and then going to where did we go? Iceland.
How did you?
I know, right?
We just went to Paris, okay, then they went to Italy. We just went to Paris and that was it.
So we went to Paris, then Ireland, and then Iceland.
Oh, we should have followed y'all.
It was super fun. I had never been to Iceland before.
Wow. Hold on 1 second.
Whew. I'm so glad to be able to have conversations like this in this place like this, because nobody really sees the behind the scenes of things happening. Nobody sees the conversations that healers have amongst themselves. And I want to normalize it. Like, we're talking to each other, we're communicating, we're sharing information, we're growing. And, the more people that we can show and share that with, the more people will feel inclined to do that for themselves. Like, one of the things that I was saying before in the questions was, are you teaching yoga right now? And that is really to bring awareness to the fact that we need everybody to be doing their part and sharing their gifts in whatever way that is unique and awesome about them. And I appreciate you for doing that.
Well, I appreciate you for creating this.
Oh, your audio went out. You said you said what?
Okay. No, I appreciate you creating the space, because we do, as healers, we do need, especially in our community, we do need to come together and share our information and see what each other are doing and how we can assist each other. We just need to have more spaces where we can come together.
Mm-hmm.
And not feel like we're in competition with each other.
Absolutely. Right? And it's like there's so much abundance. There's enough water in the whole world for plants to grow tall and, things to have their life cycle. There's enough money. Money is spiritual. It's in multiple places. There's abundance for everybody.
Yeah. There is, and that's what I try to teach that too. Like, there's enough for everyone. There's no try to move out of that scarcity mindset and that competitive mindset, and to try to be, there's enough of everything for everyone. It's just the way it is. The universe continues to expand opportunities, and so everyone, there's no reason for anyone to get left out. We're more powerful when we come together. So when we, collectively, when we try to grow, we're a lot more powerful.
Absolutely. And I feel like, that's something that people are realizing more. I've seen people working together more now and more recently. And it's a beautiful thing. It's really beautiful. How is the pharmacy going?
It's going pretty good. I'm only doing compounding. I only do work for professional people, doctors, and that kind of stuff. So I don't see patients anymore. I go close. And I think it happened at your retreat where that lady, your regular lady was doing the reading, she did the reflexology. And I'm in the Jeep again, by the way, so that you can know it.
Oh, yeah. Good old Jeep.
Yeah, so noisy. The lady who did the reading, remember she didn't want her to do it, so she was doing readings anyway. And there was a long line, like an indentation in my book, because it was like a really long line. I know it's there. And did you know that name? So I was like, no. I just thought it was like a name for your sister. And she said that means that there's a big divide between what you do for a living and what your passion is, like what your heart, like there's an issue between what you're doing. It doesn't match up with who you are.
Ooh.
And I knew that, and I'd already been feeling it. And so for the last couple of years, I've been trying to figure out how to get away from that, because I don't even take medication unless it has to be dire. Like I have to be like, okay, I give me something, and I don't take it. And I got into the field thinking that I could. It gave me the opportunity to reach out to people and show them alternative ways to heal. Because if you're coming to me, that means you're sick, and your body's sick. And so for me, I thought it was an opportunity to reach out to people and offer them something, better for them. But what I realized is that most people who are on medication want to be on medication. Like they want the magic fix. They want to be, they just want to feel okay. They don't want to deal with anything. They don't want to do the work to, exercise, change their diet, or any of that. And so just over the years, like it just becomes like watching people, giving you medication to make you feel better, knowing that if I give you this to lower your blood pressure, I'm also giving you something that's going to damage your kidneys in the long run. Like it just doesn't sit well. And then finally last year, in December, I made the decision to stop. And so that was it. So I had like 4 or 5 patients still come to me that just refuse to go anywhere. They're senior citizens, so I deliver to them, that kind of stuff. But I can't be in the pill pushing business anymore. So what I do now, what I compound is stuff for like office use, like Janice would use like numbing gel teeth cleaning or, you know, stuff like that they need to do their different procedures. So that's what I do now. But as far as like, you know, giving you the drugs, you know, unless you just have to have it, I don't really.
What if you did a natural pharmacy? Like there's this guy, they sell it in the markets, you know, all the Mexican farming and stuff that they bring over the border, and they sell it in those things. What if you had like, you know, you could go get, you know, the sea moss, and you had like the actual, not the gel, but, or maybe the gel too, but the actual sea moss so people can make it themselves, and you have like those things.
Yeah, so years ago, so when we opened, let me see, I'm putting my AirPods in. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm trying to switch. Let me see if when I get out the car. So when we opened our pharmacy the first time in 96, I think, 96, 97, we, I had a health food store also. So the pharmacy had a health food store. And so I was doing that then, and then we stopped. I hadn't brought that back here, but I'm going to be doing stuff like that online. So Kai and I started a wellness online business, and so we're doing teas, supplements, just like all kind of alternative stuff. So that's in the works right now. And hopefully, she says by March 1st we should be ready to go. I'm thinking we'll be done way before then. But
you know what? I have a recommendation, and I feel like this is gonna just add to your business, and it's something that my teacher told me. So I was gonna share it with you if you're open. Okay, so he says, my teacher says that whatever way, publish something every day. So he says either write a blog, make a vlog, YouTube, you know, on what one method you find, and publish to that thing every day for a whole year. And so, like, you know, that might be you teaching people about which ingredients work for what. And then at the end of the video, you say, I have these in my shop. If you want some sourced by me and, you know, checked out in their origins and all of that, you know that you're getting it from a good source, then, you know, go to the store and purchase. And so that leads to conversions.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely open to that. And that's smart, first of all. That's smart. That's a good idea. Hold on one second. I'm moving, and I hope I can see.
It's all good. Yes. So, you know, the difference between us and the people who don't have, you know, or people who are having an abundance of clients in every single way, is that they let people know what they're up to. And, you know, you could have the best things in the world, but if nobody knows about it, then they can't all buy it. And I want to see you succeed. So I'm happy to be a part of that. I would love to give you any answers to any questions that you have. I'm still learning because I'm still trying to figure out going live on freaking YouTube. I have like a black screen on YouTube right now. But everyone who watches the YouTube, they may not have Clubhouse. They may not be able to do that. So I put it there for recording purposes and as a way for people to have a resource and get credit hours. Tosh, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. I just wanted to tell y'all that I'm enjoying hearing y'all, you know, talk and network, because I don't get to hear from many Black yogis, Black female yogis. So I'm really enjoying this and the groups that you have open.
Yay! I'm glad. That's really the goal, is to just come together. Like there's no requirement for us to pretend to be or do. It's just to come together to talk. And then, you know, if we follow each other and we make business connections and we grow together, you know, that just makes our energy stronger.
Yes, I totally agree with that.
Are you teaching yoga right now?
I actually just finished my 200 hours. Yeah. And so, thank you. I've been teaching in like my teacher school, but right now I'm trying to start up online.
Where'd you do your training?
I did it through an online program from it's called Bakshali Yoga. So they're in India.
Oh, cool.
I didn't even know, like, I've seen a lot of different trainer programs pop up, and I haven't seen any Black ones. So it's good to see that you're starting that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I love seeing new yoga teachers. So you have a plan for teaching classes and getting in that place, or are you still putting the pieces together?
I have a plan. I want to teach. I want to do everything on virtually online, and so I've been looking for a way to do that effectively. But I have I guess a talk with. It's a platform called Sutra tonight to kind of get an idea what their platform is about. So I'm just trying to really find a way to deliver the yoga at this point.
Okay, so where are you gonna teach online? What things you're gonna use and software and stuff?
So, like I said, the Sutra platform, if I use that, it's like a fitness platform. So they kind of have everything you need to run a yoga studio. And so you would do it through Zoom. I have a little setup area in my home that I can practice in, but I would teach it over Zoom. Nice.
I like that. So it has everything in it. I'm wondering, did you get a chance to attend the Mastermind Yoga business training?
No.
Okay, because one of the speakers spoke about the Sutra app, so I was wondering if that's where you heard it from.
Oh no, did they say good things?
Yes, she actually, one of the sessions, we had 3 different topics. We had business operations, online presence, and revenue generation. And in the revenue generation, we talked about creating an online studio. And so all the things to know before you start, the challenges to overcome, the things to avoid, and her top how-to advice on doing it from Yoga by Kimberly.
That's who did the mastermind training?
I led the mastermind training, and she was on the one who I interviewed about that. And then I also interviewed, who was that? Justin Michael Williams. I interviewed him about creating a course for the culture. And in that, he gave all the software that he uses for his courses. And it's a really good resource. So I'm happy to point you in that direction if you want to check it out. There's 31 speakers, and you can go through it at your own pace and then meet with us every week and come ask your questions about the lessons that you're learning and the homework that you are assigned in that training.
Okay, what can I look this up at?
Yes, it's mastermind.yoga. Yeah, check it out. It is one of the requirements if you wanted to go work towards the 1,000-hour teacher trainer position level. And there's so many opportunities to get credit hours through that. You actually get a certificate, and you can put that in with whatever board, Yoga Alliance, registry, wherever you'd like to register with that.
Okay, so I have a question. I might be off subject. I don't know.
Come on.
I am totally with wanting to register with Yoga Alliance. Is that the way I should go? What is your advice on that?
Oh, this is such a good question. And I would say Yoga Alliance is who overall internationally is recognized for their ability to create a standard for yoga. So when you have a Yoga Alliance registry or registration, that shows that you have met at least the minimum in yogic study and teaching abilities and certification. I would say get it for your first time, like register one time, and there's a membership fee. It's like a year-long membership, and then you also have an application fee. So it's like more the first time, but after that, it's less per month. Register at least the first time, because in the future, if you decide that you want to, have them help you host a workshop, or you want to become a trainer, you want to lead a school or something like that, then you have all of the hours you've been teaching since you registered. That's what they count. And if you register one time and then you skip 2 years and then you go back and register, they'll still let you keep the hours from the beginning of your first registration.
Okay.
So even if you decide not to keep it up, you did it one time, and that can be beneficial for you in the long term.
Okay.
Because it gives you more options.
I just don't want to give them my money, but okay.
Or what you can do is, or you can wait. I am in the process of co-creating, and I want to talk to you about that, Desiree, as well. Co-creating a collective that will be the only other option.
Okay.
So if you really feel like, if your intuition is telling you not to, honor that, and then there will be another option. That is in the works.
Awesome. That's good to hear. I don't want to say what my actual reservations are, because it might sound a little bad, but
I feel you. It's noted.
Thank you for that advice, though.
You're welcome. What were you gonna say, Desiree? It sounded like you wanted to say something.
Oh no, it's the name. I agree. I understand her reservations is, whether or not she should sign up. I hope you can hear. I have a mask on. I'm in the store. But I understand the reservation. But I agree with what you said. It does give you options. It's kind of open the door, especially if you want to teach and you're teaching virtually. So that means that your platform is going to be global. At some point, people look at that and they want to know, what are their credentials? And so that's one of the reasons why it's good. But I'm even more excited now that, there is going to be another option.
Yeah.
That first one is not really, it's not really for us, really.
Right.
And, so yeah. So that's all I wanted to say.
I agree. So it's gonna be amazing. It's something that I'm really honored to be a part of, and we're going and at its roots, and we're putting together a group of people that are gonna get us set up for success.
Awesome. We have a lot of people who have the credentials to do that. We just have to come together.
Right.
This is exciting. I'm really glad to hear that. Y'all have given me, I don't know, y'all just talking earlier just kind of empowered me anyway. Kind of feel a little bit isolated, because like I said, I really don't see a lot of Black yogis. I go online, of course, you see people on IG, you follow certain tags, but like actually having conversations, that don't happen a whole lot.
What tags do you follow?
Black girl yoga, Black women do yoga. I can't even think of the other ones, but those are the two main ones I know I follow and use.
Cool. Thank you for sharing. I'll make sure to keep using those.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I am going to ask you if you have any other questions about yoga teaching, and then I will let you know that I am teaching a yoga class on Saturdays at 8 a.m. So if you want to practice with me, or if you want to join me on any of the other projects that I have coming up, then, just hop on in and join. You're always welcome.
Are you talking about tomorrow?
Yes.
And how do I register?
The link in my bio, just click it and it'll take you to this place where it says Saturday morning. Once you join in, then you're able to come every Saturday morning.
Okay. All right.
And it'll be a virtual Zoom class. So I'll be able to see you and I can give you feedback and then we can wave at each other. And
Yes. Okay, awesome. I will check that out.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad that we connected. I just followed you.
Thank you. I've been following you because I think you need to get you a club. You got a club?
I don't have a club. I honestly am looking for people to join in with me and do that type of thing. I like to connect with people. Like all the extra behind the scenes work and stuff can be overwhelming because it can be so like numerous. I'm thinking in French. It can be so like there can be a lot of it to be done with all the things that I love. So I am actually looking for an assistant for the 300-hour training to work towards, assisting the whole 200-hour. And so if you love that life, let me know.
Let's talk with me. Let me know what that entails. Because I also work a 9 to 5, so
That makes sense. The training is Thursdays and Fridays, 5 to 9 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays, 8 a.m. to noon. And that's Central Time.
Okay.
Where did you say you're located again?
I'm in the Dallas area of Texas.
Okay.
In Irving.
I saw that on your thing. So did you connect? There's a lot of yoga teachers in Dallas, a lot of Black women. Have you connected with them?
No.
Oh, wow. I will. Let me see.
We in a pandemic, and the people in Dallas don't really care that we're in a pandemic, so I stay at home.
Ah, got you.
But yeah, I definitely need to connect more. I do follow a few yogis that I've found on Instagram that are in the Dallas area.
Okay, because I'm thinking of one, but if you follow anyone in Dallas, you probably know her. I'm trying to think of her name. It'll come to me later, and I will send it to you.
Okay.
And here is 50 Tash. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. When I see her, she always comes on my timeline. So when I see her, I will send it over to you.
Okay, good.
Awesome. Well,
get more connected and network more.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna host more rooms and do rooms where like yoga teachers just connect and talk to each other. So whenever you see the rooms like you have been, just hop on in.